Most traders believe that they self-sabotage their profits because they lack discipline, and that couldn't be further from the truth. What's actually happening is that your decisions in your conscious mind and your subconscious mind are two separate parts of the equation. When you are trading, you actually think logically with your conscious mind. And your conscious mind is only 5% of the entire equation. And so think of it as a iceberg. And this is an iceberg floating at sea. And your subconscious mind is 5% of the entire equation. However, your subconscious mind is actually what is in control. That subconscious mind is 95% of the entire equation. So your conscious mind is what you actually see physically. And it looks like logic, basically. It's when you say you want to make 10K from trading. That is an intentional decision that your conscious mind wants to make, and you think it's good. It wants to pass challenges. Your conscious mind is what comes up with your trading rules. Your conscious mind has all of these good intentions, discipline, and does all of the journaling. That is your conscious mind working. And it says, let's follow the plan. But what it doesn't see is that the minute that you get into profit or you take a trade, your subconscious mind takes over. And so when it takes over, it is controlled by the emotions that are programmed into you, and old programming, all the old subconscious programming that's in you is now what is activated. And so that includes your money blocks, your belief systems around money. So if you were raised as a child in your early years and money was scarce, money was difficult to make, or your parents argued around money, then you're going to have a negative association subconsciously with money. And it's going to equate to danger. You see, the nervous system has two operational modes. It has a resting mode, so it can be in rest, or it can be in survival. Most people and most traders, most of the time, are operating in survival because they've been trained their whole life that everything is a threat. And so that becomes the default baseline of the nervous system, which is always in survival. Imagine this, like when you sit down to relax, maybe you go to have a foot massage or watch a movie or try to enjoy a beer or have a cigar or whatever you do to relax, and you're sitting there, but you can't actually switch your mind off. Your mind is thinking of all your problems. What about this? What about that? Your bills, this, that, your trade. You see? That is your mind and your nervous system being in survival mode. It's reactive. It's actually active. It's activated. And so if you're always thinking in that state, it becomes a familiar pattern, and that becomes your baseline. So you have your money blocks, which you don't see. You see, it's floating. It's the iceberg that's floating under the water. It's the bigger picture. The tip of the iceberg is the 5%. That's the conscious mind. That's what you can see. That's the tiniest part of the equation. It means almost nothing. You can wake up every day and say you want to pass your prop firm challenge. You want to make 10K a month. You want to journal. You want to stick to the trading plan. You can say all of those things and it won't happen because this is the big picture. This is what's in control. And you have to understand this because once you can understand this, then you can start to fix the problem at the root. And it's not just reprogramming the subconscious mind, it's also resetting the nervous system. And I'll get to that in a second. So below the surface, you've got your money blocks, and then you have your other emotions like fear, greed, and FOMO. Notice when you go into profit, this is why you sabotage your trades, is because you go into profits and then all of a sudden your subconscious mind gets to work. This fear activates, the greed activates. You fear losing the trade. So then you can't even hold your trade. You sabotage, you close your profits early. You can't let your trades run. You see? And that is fear. And you don't know why. You close the trade early and it continues. It goes to where it's supposed to go. And this happens every single week. Or you are greedy. And now greed. You see, greed can also control you. For instance, let's say you're in profit. We're talking about sabotaging your profits, right? So you're in profit early in the week. Monday, Tuesday, you're green. You're doing good. And then you get greedy. You don't even know it. You get greedy and you think you can continue. You think that, hey, I did good on Monday and Tuesday. Let's continue. That was easy. Let's do more. I want to do it again. So now your logic goes out the window. You don't stick to your trading rules. And all that good intention to keep that profit goes. You keep trading out of greed to make more, and you give it back. You take a loss, it hurts. Your ego is still there. Your ego now comes activated, and you want to fix. You keep trading, you take another loss, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And you see, all of this now is blurry. You can't even look at the charts and stick to your plan. You go completely blank now. You don't even have a bias anymore. You're buying or selling in the same session. You don't know what you're doing. You're just chasing profits because you're so fixated on the P&L. You're trying to keep the money that you made, but you're doing more and you're just giving it back. And that is the self-sabotage, and it's being triggered by this. You see? And you think you lack discipline. If it were discipline, if it were that easy, everybody would be successful because discipline on its own is quite easy. All you got to do is get up and go. But it's what is underneath the surface that you don't see. The 95% of the equation, the bottom of the iceberg is what is controlling everything. And you're just right here. That's you. You're just the tiny little trader on a little dinghy, on a little raft out at sea, being blown away, drifting around, thinking that you're disciplined, you have all this good intention, you've been journaling, and you can't control it. You're just getting fucking blown away every direction. because this is what's in control. You got lack, scarcity mindset, never having enough. You see, if you're operating from lack and scarcity, you're going to FOMO. You have fear of missing out because you got lack and scarcity. You think there are no more trades coming. You think that you got to take that trade today, now. And so you FOMO into a bad setup, and then you give back your profits. This is where you go blank. This is called survival mode trading. You're automatically in survival mode because you're always there. You don't know how to rest. You don't know how to thrive. The opposite. You don't know how to maintain the opposite where you're calm and collected. And all of this can be fixed. This is what I do with my students. Absolutely can be fixed. But as long as you have this in you, anywhere in your programming, it's always going to be there. And you have to clear it. Your insecurities are going to show up. Your money traumas, your ego, your lack, your scarcity, all of that is what is sabotaging your profits. And 99% of traders have no idea about this. They don't even know about this. They don't know how to fix this. They think it's strategy. If it were strategy, then why do you go blank when you look at the screen? Why do you panic? Why does your chest tighten? Why do you feel sick in your stomach? Why do you regret taking a trade? If it was just strategy, see, strategy is 1%. It's this. And I'll tell you the fix. This is the fix. You have to, first of all, delete old programming. You have to delete your negative beliefs with money that you don't even know you have, but you have them. You have to delete that. You have to delete your ego. You have to kill your ego. You have to let go of your insecurities, all your baggage. You can't bring any of that into the market. You have to let it go. That is the shadow work. That is the hard, scary work. That's being honest with yourself and facing your demons. And that's the work that most traders don't dare to do. Most people don't want to do it because it's scary. It's a scary place. It's a dark place. It means going ghost mode for a while. It means going into solitude, being on your own. It might even take a year, half a year. Sitting with yourself sitting with yourself, with your demons and clearing it. That is hard work, but that is the healing process because once you can overcome that, nothing can touch you. Nothing can stop you because you've seen your darkest side. You've been through hell and back. Does that make sense? And so you have to delete this old programming. And then what's the point of deleting if you don't reprogram? You got to reprogram that subconscious mind. See, I told you could fix this. You can change all of this. You can delete all of that bad programming. You can get rid of it and reprogram it for abundance. Safety. See? Opportunity. Right? Abundance, safety, opportunity, even patience. You can actually make being patient your default. You can do it, but you have to be okay with it. You can even reprogram your subconscious mind to like money, to be happy sitting in money, to be okay with profits. You see, when you're okay with profits, you're not in lack. You don't have any lack. You're feeling abundant. So when you feel abundant, you don't feel like you need to get, like you're missing anything, like you need to keep trading. You don't have that because you're abundant. You see opportunities, you're patient, you can wait, you can sit in cash. That's how you stop sabotaging profits. And then you reprogram your subconscious mind. You also have to regulate the nervous system. You cannot have one without the other. This is the secret formula. Delete the old, reprogram for the new, and reset the nervous system so it doesn't freak out. Basically, it doesn't freak out. Your nervous system has to feel safe with your new subconscious program. Does that make sense? It has to feel safe with abundance. It has to feel safe with profits. And that's what I do with my students. You are not broken. You can be fixed. I guarantee you, you can be fixed. And if you can fix all of this, do all of this, I guarantee you, your trading is going to improve. You're going to level up. Just like me, just like my students. I've made over $35,000 in 1 quarter, where I never made that before. I've become consistent. I've helped students pass prop firm challenges and get funded. I've had students come top 10 within their prop firm challenges in the ladder. Everything that you need to do is internal, and this is the visual representation of what is actually happening to you. 5% conscious on top is what you see, 95% subconscious, what you do not see. It's what you don't see is what's scary, because that's what everybody misses. And until you can fix that, that's the internal work. This is always going to be a mess. So if this resonates with you and you want to work on this, then this is exactly why I created the Inner Edge Pro, to fix all of this properly and forever. Once you're fixed, you're good. You can't go back. So that's the first link in the description if that's the kind of work that you want to do. If you're new to my channel, go ahead, like, subscribe, drop your comments below. Let me know where you're from, what you're struggling with. But until the next video, you're on your own. Take care now. Goodbye.